You know how you see these huge organizations, companies, governments, universities, and they're always announcing some big new strategy? Have you ever stopped and wondered, how do they actually pull that off? I mean, how does a massive machine with thousands of people and moving parts change direction without just breaking? Well, today, we're going to break it down.
Seriously, think about a university for a second. It's got teaching, research, admin, sports, housing, a million things happening all at once. So when someone at the top says, our new vision is to be a global leader in online education, how does that even happen? How does that idea go from a PowerPoint slide to actual real-world change? How do they get every single department, every piece of software, and every person to move in the same direction?
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the basic challenge of making any big change. Then, we'll get into the core idea here, something called business capabilities. After that, we'll see how you use those to turn a big idea into a real plan. We'll look at a specific model for universities, and then we'll talk about the big payoff, why this is all so worth it. All right, first up, let's talk about navigating that journey from A to B. Look, at its heart, any strategic plan is really simple. It's about getting from your current state, where you are right now with all your existing stuff, to your target state, that shiny future vision you're aiming for. The entire challenge, the whole ballgame, is figuring out how to build a bridge across that gap. And there's actually a whole field dedicated to this called enterprise architecture. Now I know, the name sounds a little intimidating, but don't worry about that. Just think of it as being the map makers for the organization. Their job is to draw a super clear map from today's reality to tomorrow's goals, showing every landmark and roadblock along the way. So if you're going to draw a map, you need to know what you're drawing, right? You need some stable, reliable landmarks. And that's exactly where business capabilities come in. Honestly, this is the key to the whole thing. So what is a business capability? Well, the formal definition is up there, but let's make it simple. It's just what your organization can do. It's not a person, it's not a department, it's not software, it's the fundamental ability. So for a university, you'd have capabilities like manage student admissions or conduct scientific research. It's the what, not the how. And here's what's so cool about this idea. A capability is never just one thing. That ability to manage student admissions, it's a combination of the people doing the work, the processes they follow, the student information they use, and the technology that supports it all. All four of those pieces have to work together perfectly to make that one capability hum. Okay, so we've got our building blocks. How do we actually use them to build our map? How do we connect some high-level, maybe kind of vague strategy to the real world of people, processes, and tech? Well, it follows a pretty logical path. You start with a driver, say the need to attract more international students. That leads to a goal and then a specific outcome, like increase international applications by 20%. Now here's the magic step, mapping. You ask, okay, to get that outcome, which of our capabilities do we need to improve? And bam, you might identify international student recruitment as the key one. Just like that, an idea becomes a concrete plan of action. But, and this is a big but, you can't build this map on hunches or what you think is going on. To make it accurate and useful, you need real, hard data. It all starts with information you pull from every single corner of the organization. And that information is usually scattered everywhere, right? The big picture strategy document tells you the why. The list of current projects tells you what's already in motion. The big list of all your software tells you what tools you're using. By pulling all these different threads together, you start to weave one single unified picture of how the organization actually works, all centered around those capabilities. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like a ton of work. And you're not wrong. But the good news is, for some industries like higher education, a lot of the groundwork has already been done. Let's check out a great example called the Higher Education Reference Model, or HERM for short. Think of HERM as a pre-built template of all the standard capabilities pretty much any university is going to have. Its real power is that it creates a shared language. Suddenly, the research department, the finance office, and the IT team are all using the same terms for the same things. You have no idea how much confusion and wasted effort that avoids. It's a game changer. So the model organizes everything into these main buckets. You've got the core mission, right? Teaching and learning and research. But it also includes things like strategy and governance. And then all the crucial enabling capabilities, HR, IT, finance, the stuff that keeps the lights on and supports everything else. It gives you a complete 360-degree view of the whole institution. And when you get right down to it, building a model like this isn't just some technical exercise.
As this quote gets at, it forces an organization to answer the biggest, most fundamental questions it has. Who are we here for? What value are we supposed to be creating? And how exactly are we going to deliver it?
Okay, so let's bring this all home. Why go through all this trouble? After all this mapping and modeling, what is the big payoff? Well, it all boils down to one simple, powerful word: clarity.
And when you get that clarity, the benefits are just huge. All of a sudden, you can draw a straight line from a high-level goal all the way down to the exact people, processes, and technology needed to make it happen. You can finally see where you have 5 different software systems doing the same thing, or where 2 departments are working on opposite goals. It allows you to make way, way smarter decisions about where to invest your time and money, making sure every single project is pulling in the same direction.
Ultimately, that's the whole point of this approach. It takes the messy, tangled, overwhelming complexity of a huge organization and transforms it into a clear, understandable picture. It gives leaders the insight they desperately need to steer the ship with confidence, not just hope. And that leaves us with one last thought. Understanding your capabilities isn't just about planning for the future, it's about having a deep, honest understanding of the present. So the real question isn't just for some big university, it's for any team, any company, even for you. Do you have a clear map of what you are truly capable of today?